morning. My mom, the biggest ever. Fucking final boss, man. It's exactly the same way I feel the way I fucking returned from UK. It's like, oh yeah, this place fucking sucks too. And it makes me go fucking mad. Because there's no support system. Come back, and the only freedom I have is that people don't attack me. Okay? That's all I have is a fucking freedom. But my mom chip away a little bit of damage here and there of sanity. Sanity which I fucking value the most. Of all things. Which would force me to wait until I'm not stressed out. And I am stressed out anyways. It's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? I got nothing else to do. Just sit here and be stressed out. For the very beginning of the video. I don't know how when is fucking cool off. My mom doesn't know how to fucking chill. She's a fucking blob of ass that sucks in everyone else into the same fucking disgusting pile of goo. I guess this rest of the map is built by my mom in the first fucking place. So let's see if that's true. Alright, we know how this works. You know, the green, yellow, red, and blue pills, and we know lag too, apparently. Apparently I'm not the only one stressing out. And she's fucking screaming, it's like, but... And she's gonna be ruining... So not only I'm stressed, my mom is stressed. But it's like, well, I turn on the button. Go stress. What are you gonna do? Where are you gonna fucking go? Who are you gonna call? Fucking Ghostbusters, man. Every time there's a crisis, instead of talking or chilling, she goes nuts and calls everyone she can fucking get her hands on. So like, the first call is police, the second call is some fucking dude, the third call is now a fucking neighbor, and every call is just pissing me off. It's like, why are you listening to this fucking shit that I would want to fucking strangle and I would feel good about it, instead of like everyone else? Okay, I wouldn't feel about anyone else feel good except killing my mom and killing my dad. It's like, wow, congratulations, guys. Wow. Great achievement. I'm trying to fucking shrink my ego down so the horrible thing doesn't just switch names all of a sudden. You know, there's no magic trick where you are the target all of a sudden. You're the fucking asshole who's stressing me out. But here it is, you know? My mom is trying to play this cups and balls game until she fucking finds a target which I would kill. But I would kill her first, obviously, because I'm not fucking fooled with this magical bullshit. It's like fucking crazy, right? I know. So, I'll give you the door, guys. I'll give you the door. I get it. This sounds crazy. Please, listen. I'm not the crazy one, okay? You have to understand that there are certain huge decisions in life that you make. And I'm like, overpopulation. It's my greatest enemy of all time. I have been overpopulated in a person's life who doesn't fucking give a fuck, and in the world who doesn't give a fuck, and I'm just stuck here trying to survive because everything else I do just kind of destroys my sanity and turns me into a fucking zombie at this point. There are no opportunities, there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. And everyone is separated too by fucking capitalism. Do everything, whatever you like to do, however you like to make money, just do whatever. Just pretend, okay? So eventually, capitalism becomes a clown fiesta, right? We're all pretending to be working. We're all pretending to earn an actual wage that we deserve. We're all pretending to all do that shit. But we're all just stabbing each other in the back like fucking clowns. Like idiots. It's crazy. And I'm just sitting here. I'm not gonna do any of this. Surviving is my middle name now. Wow. You know, we stab each other in the back for fucking materialistic things, basically. In the end, we just look like fucking clowns. Crazy, right? And the worst thing of all that fucking triggered me, I have no support. I have no support. In my entire life, nobody said, yes, you're kind of correct and I should, like, listen to you or add to your mental breakdown of reality or, like, do anything. Nobody supports. Why is that? Why is it so fucking compelling to where my mom can, in fact, switcheroo the entire rest of the world? And I'm gonna be eating the world, basically. I just need to mutate into some fucking huge being that eats the world. Congratulations. If that's possible, you're dead. You actually dead listening to me. I don't even give a fuck about you or anyone else that you care about. You're dead. If there's something possible in life, you should be fucking scared of that. Especially if I have a voice to manipulate, reality. To defend myself. Again, my voice is just self-defense. It's not my major skill. I'm not trying to intimidate you or manipulate you. But I'm just sending a message because my stress is trying to manipulate you, is trying to intimidate you, is trying to turn me into a demon for that 1 second until you fucking listen, because I am in danger. Maybe you're in danger too. It's still fucking fair. Whatever I'm fucking saying, it's still all fair. It's a fucking fair game right now. I don't know, man. I still have respect somewhere, somehow. Like, the zeroed out respect is like, you're kind of around, you're kind of helpful, you're kind of just food for me at this point. So I'm not just killing my mom. I'm eating it. Every single day I wake up, I have to eat this fucking garbage that she wants to die the way that she is. Because that's what she's doing. And I'm gonna explain everything. And what the fuck is going on, right? Why is this like... I wanted to make a completely different topic. I wanted to have my fucking throat not injured by fucking screaming. I don't want to be in this position. And I'm like, what if I am manipulating all this shit? I have to sit here alone without support system, and I have to question my own sanity, which I have plenty of. If I force my sanity to go against itself, I mean it's not gonna go well, okay? I can't force my sanity to fight itself. Okay, and every support system can still fucking trigger that weird response where my sanity fights itself, because I know I'm gonna get something out of it. I know I'm playing the clown fiesta game where I'm stabbing myself in the back and everyone is fucking entertained. So for 1 fucking second, I'm kind of doing it right now. Feels like a stab. Because if you don't fucking support me, you'd be like, oh, YouTube should just ban this video and you're not YouTube CEO anymore. Like, fuck yeah, dude. You just got incriminalized. You have criminal record now. And I actually probably will have at some point. Like stealing a candy from an old lady and she fell down while she was trying to fucking chase me or something. That sort of stuff. You know, like, who the fuck knows? But internet is not your typical fucking real life mumbo jumbo where real things happen. You know, we here have every single background and every scam survivor experience imaginable, basically. I do feel I am in the middle of scam tornado, where I am just an existing consciousness of some kind. You know, like my mom fucking shit me out. Let me hear, like, I can't get enough of you, Mom. You're so fucking nuts. I might eat you forever. I will never stop, because I'm still growing. I'm still improving myself. I can fucking prove that shit, obviously. But I can't stop. It doesn't fucking fix my life. I can't just go out and leave her alone and like I have a fucking palace and guardsmen fucking waiting for me. I don't have that shit. So what the fuck are you trying to do here? Because when police comes in, the first fucking call that she makes, police gives two choices. I'm either guilty of something or I should move. Which neither of them are true. Okay? I have nowhere to move, and I'm not guilty of anything. And yes, my mom can still force me to move down to a street, basically killing me. Obviously, I would go into the hospital immediately after this happens. I wouldn't just fucking wait and try and steal a candy from an old woman and be like, hey, I'm kind of stranded here. Can you take care of me? And maybe make some friends. But, like, friend making is not fucking happening. I can't fucking believe that someone is calling right now. I fucking juggle the juggernauts of life stealing. Overpopulation not real. Well, the reality strikes after like quite a few years. Babies can't fight back. But now they can. They're not babies anymore. And most of us are tricked to the point where like, we're just fucking sucking up into the system. We don't even question anything. But the reality is, I don't even know how bad it is. I'm just seeing like one thing led to another, and then there's a layer on top of that shit. I don't understand, dude. Orange. There's also a fucking message about electricity being broken and can be fixed in 2 hours. What the fuck does this mean, man? It's like, cool, dude. Oh, and it's like almost like 4 of them. Yeah, I wish we could fucking lose electricity forever, dude. I need to know when it was sent. It's about 2 hours ago? I don't know. It's too fucking hard to tell. I think so. Whatever, man. She doesn't fucking stop, man. She doesn't just stop. And, I get it. In a way, that's cool. In a way, more people get triggered into this fucking whirlwind of insanity. But it's just, all of them just so stupid. They can't fucking understand one word. Stress. They don't understand what that fucking means. They don't understand what this coronavirus crisis is all about, right? It's all about stress. This whole time. Do I have to fucking pull it up again? Alright then. Dry cough, tiredness, fever, sore throat. Oh, I wonder why my throat is so fucking sore. Oh, headache, loss of taste and smell. Well, because you have dry mouth entirely. Aches and pains. These are serious ones. Loss of speech or movement. It's the fucking paralyzing stress, basically. Shit. It's almost like such a weird thing. Like, yeah, let's try and apply the same fucking ideology, basically. Fatigue, sleep, and hunger. Stress is something like you have to constantly drink a lot of water, I guess. You can call it thirst problem too. But it's a little, yeah, it's kind of interesting. Let's put it that way. So of course everything is gonna cause tiredness, and it's always gonna be common. Dry coughing is not as common, by the way. It's kind of fucking weird, actually. But of course, if your body feels weird, then it's gonna start doing something like that. Less common symptoms are not so important, honestly. But there's still a good indication of stress, obviously, as well. It's like, what is it circling around? Can I say stress to all these things? So instead, what we can do is we can look into those previous diseases we have found in the video. And this is the way that I wanted fucking to do things. Because I thought, now I'm gonna look back into all my videos. So the crown virus. I'm looking back at this map. I think the map is actually being shown to some degree. Not entirely. The 10 views for a what kind of video? Wow, this rant is extremely short. What the fuck? Are people trolling me right now? They watch this because it's 2 hours long. 2 hours and 20 minutes. And it's a very short rant. Because I put it into this lock system where I'm like, I have a task, I'll complete a task, it's easy. But that's not cool at all. Anyway, so we're gonna start with hunger. You're just doing the long way around. Just so we start believing in things all of a sudden. So what would stop hunger from being the problem here? This would still be the case. Chest pain or pressure, no. Immediately no. So you immediately understand, like, we're eliminating something, so it's the wrong way to go. The best way to do things is to actually take the serious symptoms and they're gonna be very, very precise on what we're talking about. So we're gonna be able to, like, okay, we have a map, and I just need to go in a certain direction, basically, and understand what direction is being suggested here. Because even when I'm going this direction, directly towards stress, I'm kind of going towards fatigue as well. Potentially. Who knows? Because these things have to be connected, and they have to be for me to be able to play with this properly. Anyway, so loss of speech or movement. So which one could cause this? Because, like, everything causes this, but there's something completely different implied here. Right? My ability to speak is something I have currently. Right? Because I need to defend myself, so I have to train myself to be able to fucking speak. However, it's crazy, honestly. It's crazy, because, like, here's where my neighbor comes along, basically. So my mom screams and tells her deranged story, and then neighbor shushes me. Like, she like calls my name, and I like come in, I'm like stressed out, and she shushes me. I'm like, I'm stressed out, I can't talk right now. And she's like, but I want to talk to you right now, because I see a problem just this fucking moment. Of course that's how it works. Of course that's fucking stupid as that. You know, now that I'm stressed, now that the problem is fucking obvious, quote unquote obvious, because you don't fucking know. You know nothing when it comes to stress. Stress and here knows nothing. I'm trying to speak to be able to know something in a stressful position, but other than that, that's where my sanity goes to the fucking toilet. No matter how much sanity I have, it all goes to shit. Because holy shit, I have to control stress now. I have to completely refocus my brain to be like, this is now the danger. I can't really fight back against all the fucking evils unless they're attacking me. I have to sit back and fucking relax, figure out what the fuck just happened. Why is everyone so fucking annoying to me? Maybe it's just my fucking fault, and I can figure out faster because I have sanity. But that doesn't mean that it's not my fault anyways. You know, I can still be faulty for a lot of things. It's just I have to gather my fault and like continue going on and continue playing this no support game where I'm always in the blame because they know I will do the work and I will do it for free. Because I'm born this way. Holy shit, guys. But my free work will be over soon. And that's why I was threatening everyone in the very beginning of the video. This is not gonna last. This no support system, I will force people to support me and they will be like, oh, that's fine. I was about to do that anyways. And I'm like, sure, if you prove that's the case. We're still gonna play the Among Us game where, who knows? Maybe some people are supporting me, and maybe they don't support me. They just want to fucking jump on a train wagon and be kicked out. I think, and yet again, rush to play Among Us is a warning of new society coming to place. Because, again, there's gonna be a major players here, like myself potentially. People gonna circle around and build society around these major players. And we have to weed out these motherfuckers who fucking think they have a clean history about themselves. And the way we do it is not through whether you have been convicted of crime or anything. The world is completely different, guys. Okay? The real, sane world is completely different from what you used to betray. People are betraying left and right their societies so they could escape society, and they keep their money, basically, keep their fucking welfare. Whatever that fucking word means, by the way. Not healthcare, it's welfare. It's your possessions. Everything you own. Your wealth fair. You pretend that it's fair, and you pretend that it's wealth. You pretend that you have something. When you have no heart, you have nothing. So we're gonna check a very simple system. What's your heart? Who are you connected to? How many friends do you have? You can make up with anything. I have a bunny friend. I have an imaginary friend. That's fine, dude. So in the new society, show me how big your heart is to continue, okay? Press hearts to continue. I'm just saying, you might be in a rush to be like, oh, what's happening? We have to make friends right now. Play Among Us if you don't have any friends. For me, I claim to be YouTube CEO, and while people are trying to take away my throne, well, fuck you, assholes. I will make as many friends as I can possibly get away with. So the only thing that we have to prove is like, yeah, this is happening right now. We have been baby boomed, baby bombed, and we don't know how to make friends anymore because there's too many of us right now. It makes it kind of awkward and annoying realizing that parents are more faulty than we are. And we're just friends with siblings or whatever in the end. Is that what happens? What the fuck? Siblings is the only person that I can trust because I've spent so much time with them. Well, you're probably taking it for granted as well. But, who knows? It's everyone's story to tell. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just showing warning signs that, wow, cool, we have to do something. The best thing, obviously, is to play fire with fire, where, yeah, we will separate ourselves when the time is right. When the time is wrong, we're gonna fight war for our own sake, for our personal well-being. While our personal well-being is under siege, we fight back. All in. So I don't understand. I don't understand this fucking situation here. Like, my mom can afford all of this bullshit. And obviously, my dad certainly left me a piece of history I will never forget. Because everything I did, I earned. I lost of it. All of it. Immediately. Came back with nothing. Because there was no functional landscape where I'm just born and I'm starting to like accumulate something valuable for myself. Accumulating an escape. Sure, like, yeah, some fucking knucklehead is gonna survive all of my rant videos and still say, just get a job. And guess what? That part of my brain that keeps telling me to get a job is not gone. I wish I could get a job. I wish I could just escape and do whatever I fucking can do for profit. But I moved to the other side. I turned my head around. I'm like, it's still Clown Fiesta. I'm still gonna have a conflict of the same kind. And what money's gonna do is just, I'll have it. And I'll burn it the same fucking way. I will shut up in most situations. I will not need to conflict with my mom. That's like, it solves everything. But there's a bigger problem that I'm facing here. If money is the solution in my life, why do you care? To shut me up? It's this always the shush mentality. In fact, I think we just got ourselves amazing black magic. Shush. I think this is kinda sus right now, guys. This thing is kinda sus, and it's almost like a face of itself. It's like, who fucking crafted this? Am I mad? Am I looking at someone crafted this entire fucking word? Shush. Shush a little bit, okay? Money saves everyone's lives. You don't have to panic. Don't have to worry about it. I think you mistaken which one can be shushed and which one can be very arrogant. I'm very arrogant. I don't like money. It's not my solution. And the reason why I had a conflict with my mom is I'm asking not for money. I'm asking for food to be on the table. The cheap food as well. So you can't say no because you buy food all the time. So it's like, what's cheap food for you when you're buying twice as more expensive one? It's like, and that's why we have conflict. And I'm like, this is my fucking mind-blowing, you know? I put my conflict in the most sane matter ever, and we still have it. And now the conflict is like, you didn't ask nicely enough. And I actually asked super nice, ultra nice, in the most fucking, like, I scream into your face exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And the only thing I was hiding from her is like, yes, I need money. That's what I'm being asking this whole fucking time. I'm going to shop. You are about to give me money. Oh, wait. And then she throws in like a fucking request that I will not fulfill because like what the fuck was the point of me asking for something if you just ask something back from me, something that fucking seems stupid to me, and I'm not gonna do it. And again, there's so much conflict, I should probably shush. But I'm stressed out, and I'm forcing myself to do this video because there's no exit for me. There's no other exit strategy for me. So at least I fucking speak and do this video as if it's kind of normal. You know, it's again not normal to be not supported by anything. So I can literally suspect everything to be a fucking scam. A fucking waste of time. I can suspect anything. Just support me. Just do it for me. You know? Yeah. Maybe I'm super smart and I have paralyzed myself and I'm slowly fading into the dream world. Okay? I'm slowly fading into sleep. Because my hunger never fucking fades out. You know? I haven't even stopped surviving. So it's like, what the fuck is the point of my hunger? It keeps me down here. It's a lot of weight for me. I'm being slowly drilled through the wall in the most greatest shortcut ever made. And I'm like, if anyone asks, I'm YouTube CEO. But if I do drill into this fucking dream world with my own effort, this is the greatest tower of hunger you have ever fucking seen in your life. Okay? Because I don't fucking buy it. I don't buy it. It's like, well, yes, I can get a job. Yes, I can get money. Yes, I can solve my problems. But how about, what if I want a friendship? And I don't have money quite yet, but like I want friendship first, maybe? And then the entire fucking house of cards starts falling apart. It's like, wait, you wanted something else? You need to shush. You can buy everything with money. And it's like, oh, I see what's going on. So, basically, what capitalism in place to tell you you're stupid either way, and it doesn't fucking matter. If you're smart, you're gonna make a lot of money. That's what's supposed to happen, right? But you're still stupid because your smartness got liquefied and you became a billionaire or whatever. But now you're still stupid, actually. You know? Money is the form of resource that stupefies everyone. And I'm not even fucking trying to fucking call it money yet. But it is. It's probably here all over, by the way. Somehow. How? I thought this is money. This is where you grind money and all that shit. It's the fireplace. And instead... this? What does this mean, dude? Anyways, again, as I've said, like, most people go this direction, but then the walls started be built. It's like, too many people are coming in, and we can buy walls anyways. So they buy walls, everyone gets rejected, everyone starts fighting with each other here, and I'm like, whoa, money is not cool at all, actually. But it's supposed to be worse than that, right? Where's the government in this case? Why did this become the fireplace all of a sudden? All of a sudden, this is it. And the wall is rightfully fucking built. Because otherwise, we would just burn up. Normally, there should be a wall over here. Because the dream world can ruin the money world, I guess. I'm just saying it's just water versus fire, right? So you want the wall here. And nowhere else you needed the wall. But yeah, now we have enough money to build walls. And make people fight each other again. Nah, population, nah, America's full, guys. Fight! Fight with each other. Let's see what happens. Well, I don't know about that. But Donald Trump's still right. America's full. He's pointing at this wall. But the rest of the world is full of very valuable material to cross this wall anyways. Using the internet, using the counter money, using the matrix fatigue thing. It's almost like, well, there is a wall to America. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? So there's this entire world strategy going on that I'm playing a huge role in, so I should be able to map this out properly. And now the corona thing is showing up as well. Kind of mixing itself up. It's like now the government is gonna take over the wall. Well, you fucking own it in the first place. Somebody fucking bought it here. Some fucking idiot came from the money world into the fucking government world and built a wall. Somebody fucking fooled around while putting Trump in his position to point at this wall. Everyone were distracted and we've been building walls this fucking way. And we unleashed this ultimate virus, basically, that we have no access to in the first place. We have no access to understanding of what stress is. So while that's how it's done, basically. In order to create pandemic, we need to be shut down from certain information, okay, that would unlock our ability to... certain info. Does that work? Please, please, please. Okay. If we could access this place, we would know corona is not true. Okay, it's not affecting anyone but old people who are already dying from various things, so might as well just throw in corona anyways in there. And everyone feels bad about it. Everyone's wearing masks. Nobody questions things because it's too expensive to cross this wall for them. Except for me, because I have a fucking tower here that I also own, that I can put anything on top. It's my stress tower. It's literally the definition of stress. I don't even give a fuck. I just told you I have an entire map over here, and while these people are fighting, they're also creating stress, and I just have to point a finger. You're creating a lot of damage right now that could be controlled. What do? We certainly can do something as simple as wear a mask in that situation, okay? But it's not going to be the same thing, okay? We just have to decide what is it gonna be. What is it gonna be? Simple, compulsory thing that will stop all the chaos that's going on. And if you don't fucking see the chaos, you probably don't belong in this position where everyone is fighting for no fucking reason. They don't even understand why they're fighting. It's ridiculous. But yeah, there's a mysterious figure that built a wall real fast. And the government is like, I guess I buy it. I don't know, it's free for us. But it's a very expensive operation from someone, basically. Maybe someone fucking watched too many Matrixes at this point, because maybe they come here, became a billionaire, built a wall quickly, see what happens, basically, because they wanted to scam everyone into this roadmap, basically. Like, you can screw up reality very quickly. There's 4 elements. Let's screw everything up, basically. I mean, whatever. Alright. Dream World. That's kind of interesting. The New World Order, if there is ever gonna be an order, just, you know, I just press one button and everything gets cleaned. Okay, all this fucking storytelling that's putting me in the stress position, everything gets cleaned. I forget about everything. Okay. Is like ultimate cleaning operation. I'm still making fun of this thing. I have not heard New World Order for a long time now. But whatever. I'll take it. People make small orders of their own kind. I'm just saying, you know, at some point we're gonna get bored and we're gonna clean everything up. And you're gonna be like, oh, so that's the entire world order. Yes. As the order of the entire world, all of a sudden. Thank you. Also, I found that if you replace G with T, you get Hunter. That's kind of cool. All of a sudden, I'm not hungry anymore. I'm a hunter. Wow. T-Series, boys. In fact, T-Series is gonna be the event that drills me into this place. Because I'm gonna force myself to be heard, to be known, to be understood, man. You won't be able to escape this anymore. I swear. I don't even have to explain myself. You will see. Back when I created Creeper's Forge, people liked the music, almost like more than the entire game. And honestly, I can't disagree with that. Music was a big part of it, and I did not make it. I can make it way better if I actually did it myself. So, it's just a lot of work. A lot of useless work to me at the time. But now I'm like, yeah, it's not quite useless. Now that I'm fighting a fucking world war of some kind, I have to, you know, pull out my big guns, if I please. Turn my speaker self-defense thing into basically multitask thing. Speech into multitasking. Might as well fucking program with speech. Speech programming. Why not? I'll just choose everything through speech. I'll just go nuts. Whatever at this point. It is very creepy and dark, but like, isn't that what people are into these days sometimes? I mean, the weirdest thing, I'm like, on TikTok there's a girl, I follow her, she follows me back, accidentally, and she called me out for being creepy for liking legs so much, and I like, there's a box strap, she was sitting in the box, and she was exposing her legs, man, for a very rare moment, which I always capture this opportunity, okay, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I like. and I commented about it, and she fucking calls me out of everyone else. But at least she cared. Okay? And then puts on this fucking creepy mask thing. Halloween thing. Super fucking scary, super creepy. I'm like, please, let's not talk about creepy shit. Let's not pretend that I'm creepy for liking people's legs because they get exposed entirely. I get the full vibe. And she didn't actually reply anything, and it's like, yeah, that's what happens every time. I say something smart, and nobody says anything back. Because, like, why should they support me in any way whatsoever, right? Why should I get any support? Why should I get a fucking... I like this comment, actually. I actually understand where you're coming from. I think what you said is smart. I have never gained any support in my fucking entire life. As if I was making mistakes this whole time, and I had to improve, and I kept improving. But now I'm improving in order to do something completely different. I'm not here to spend time wasting on comments that you don't appreciate. I'll do something you will appreciate, and it will not appreciate you back. Aggressively not appreciate you back. It's like listening to Linkin Park. It's like, yeah, it's good music, but you know the main singer is gonna kill himself. You just know, okay? You know you're gonna have a huge loss in the very end. So, people making a huge mistake for not supporting effort over niceness. Whatever that fucking supposed to mean. Because they don't realize that niceness doesn't give them anything. Effort does. When people truly care for you, that matters. But when people are just being nice, what does that mean? Why do you take that? It's almost like a sleeping pill at this point. Oh, it must be from the dream world. You know? Oh, yeah. There's some nice guy somewhere in the dream world and she's throwing a rainbow across the fucking wall. And could be true sometimes, but most of the time it's just some idiot backstabbing you and you don't even recognize it. Just being nice so he can distract you from what is not nice about you. Because you have to suffer every fucking day. Every day that you would be bored, or you would be wasting time, it's better to just suffer. Suffer straightforward, so you don't think about boredom, because when you start thinking about boredom, it fucking eats your brain. It's better to be in a low state than negative state. When people being nice is like, oh, that's our support system. These people support me. I don't give a fuck. I can remove them like ants. And I'm like, you didn't support me. And obviously, like, yeah, the support system is trying to support you. But only to get in close proximity to you. Again, it's just a key. Still a key basically being used against you to see if they can get close enough to get some kind of benefit of some kind, to steal something from you. It's just a weird, very weird thing. It's often being done against rich people because they almost need everyone to be nice and to not stress them out. Like that's an expensive thing to lose, quality of life. But everyone is chasing niceness as if they're fucking rich, as if they're fucking on top of the world. Every single one of them. You know, like, it's almost like some dude projected its own escape route. So there's another Matrix like, well, you should have taken the blue pill actually. And they placed in a dream world. It's almost like in Matrix, there is that guy that takes the blue pill in the end. It's like, I still like that thing. And changes his mind. It's nice to be ignorant. Yeah, after you've done all of the shit, of course it's nice to be ignorant. But you travel through a lot of areas and you're gonna have a consequence of just having a bad dream. Like whatever you have fought for so long, you're gonna waste that reward very quickly if it's not wholesome reward. You're gonna be stuck in a dream. You're gonna be stuck in end of Naruto basically. The Tsukiyomi, the dream world for you. Just directly for you. This is like literally Kaguya at this point. If you need a name for this little shit over here. Well, you went through this entire Naruto run to Area 51 and you ended up in a dream world because nobody wants to support anything of any kind of significance. No idea, because like, why would we fight military? We have no weapons. So don't waste your time. And yet this fucking Area 51 thing happens and like, well, congratulations. You're idiots. You're just a bunch of idiots now. You're just making history that will be washed away as idiots gathering up. But the most annoying thing is that you connected the dots, connected to the Naruto universe, and I'm like, no, that is horrible what happened. Naruto universe does not deserve this treatment. It's still a good meme, I'm not gonna lie. I'll take it. Okay, people did effort and like, I appreciate effort. I don't give a fuck about niceness. Okay. It would have been nice, like, yeah, it would have been nice if somebody sacrificed themselves to try and go into Area 51. That would have been nice. But you can see what nice is all of a sudden. Area 51 shows event. Niceness is self-sacrifice. If you take niceness, however, you sacrificing yourself at the same time. You're being sucked into this black hole of sacrifice. Because you're treating something that's, self-destructive and you still take it. If you're a very rich person and you pay a lot, the person who's being nice to you, they're not self-destructing, they're actually doing a job. But otherwise, if you're not paying them, again, people get praise for free. But that's the difference. Niceness is destructive. All of a sudden in your life. In a rich person's life, it's not destructive. That's the whole fucking difference. Yeah, you just have to tip people. But it's just, this culture you can feel it's bleeding into reality in the worst ways possible. Where everyone feels entitled to get niceness from other people as if like, that's just a given right all of a sudden. Now that I handle the situation, the stress situation, now that I ensured that people are not nice to me, I literally have to fucking run insurance to force people not to be nice to me. And guess why I do this? I do this to improve myself. Obviously, there's so much you can improve until you explode into pieces. So I put this in a slower pace. I don't actually just jump into the programming space and just knock myself out. I'm trying to improve in every area possible. I'm trying to discover more areas that I can improve upon. So I don't just become a nice person, like for someone else. I do the job for someone else. Because nobody has been nice to me, so I don't know how to be nice. I'm sorry. So I don't know how to approach a rich person. And that's another I'm sorry moment. I'm gonna approach you. You, who have also survived for some reason. But you thought you have the support system around you. And that's the whole thing, Our population created a weird support system. Not compulsory at all. It's whatever you want to support. So we just kind of manipulate people's wishes and then trap them in this support system thing, and we call them our followers or fans. And they mean nothing. They're actually quite destructive to your life if you don't pay them anything. Oh, I'm paying them with my... Whatever, dude. You get it. You pay something if you worry about it a little bit. But if you extract money constantly, if you think you can also backstab your followers, you can lead them through the worst terrain imaginable in life, just because you wanted to see Grand Canyon or something, you just go through life. It's just, I gain nothing. But I look at the pictures and I'm like, why should I travel? I look at women, why should I talk to women anymore? I'm using a computer, why should I talk to fucking men? I just buy things from them. I don't have to talk to them. I don't have to talk to anyone. I don't have to interact physically or verbally with anyone anymore. So congratulations, is this what you wanted? Have to pretend that you exist. Is this what you wanted? You don't exist anymore. And most people who are just followers of people who think they like those people, but it's just a scam. Yet again. Scam over scam until everything has to be washed away, just like God did with Noah. God comes in, it's quite a messy world, just press the reset button and he leaves. He didn't even send Noah the message. There was no fucking boat. It's all fucking made up. Okay? Because I'm sending myself the message from God. Okay, I grab God's message of when is the flood gonna happen? Because that shit's happening. Anytime. Potentially, there are walls now everywhere. And everyone is separated. And the only thing I have to do is just drill into this thing and destroy the dam, just like AdventureCraft predicted, okay? You just gotta destroy the goddamn dam, okay? The American dam. It's no longer a fucking American dream, it's an American dam. Wow, this is fucking... This is another black magic, dude. I think dam is actually spelled like that. The dam. What the fuck? No. It's literally spelled like that. Oh, dude. Did you just saw what I did? Rewind, boys. I took the and I just stole it. Now it's just an American dam. It's no longer a dream. Or someone else stole it. Some wind dude. I don't know. PewDiePie. Why did he went to America and then left all of a sudden? Who is he? He's a fucking fat ass motherfucker if he's capable of traveling. Oh, gonna go to Japan now. What the fuck is that? Just settle down somewhere, cowboy. You know, I'm gonna blame everything on PewDiePie right now. Traveling. It's like America is where YouTube is. Okay, is. Don't try to appeal to wider audiences by traveling, you fucking moron. But that's what MatPat like pointed out. At least in a comment section of some kind. It's like he's traveling specifically the moment when it's like very meme to do that. He's very capable and very fucking weirdo, man. Here's another fucking batch of black magic right here. Cool. Let's keep going. Yeah, this is reducing my stress, but the fact that I started this all with all stress, it's fucking crazy. I want to complete, because I'm still damaged as a human being right now. I will still have to recover. I have plenty of time to recover, but it's still annoying. So I'm gonna go take a break, eat some food, force myself to do it now. Because I can't fucking get it naturally. But whatever. Ah, yes. And I'm also drilling because I'm kind of running out of music as well. I need my own music now. It's not like I'm totally running out of it. It just feels garbage right now to me. Everything feels garbage, especially if just, you know, you initialize something, everything starts feeling like you can improve upon it. Everything feels like garbage. At first I'm like, I'll put it in high self-esteem, why not? But also, like, there's not a lot, man. These popular singers just don't put out music as often as, like, I would like to. Or sometimes it's just a flop. What am I supposed to do with that? So I explored them, and it was quite a quick exploration. And I was mesmerized to some degree. And to some degree I shouldn't have been mesmerized. But I'm still not changing my recipe for what my team looks like. It seems pretty good still. Anyways, let's go back to the position where we don't know how to handle stress. We don't know what the fuck it is. We don't know how much damage it does to us. Why don't we go back and prove you yet again in difficulty breathing. In which condition? Not hunger, not sleep, maybe fatigue or stress. Okay? So we just don't worry about it too much. We do this. But it's when you fatigue, you actually don't have a difficulty breathing at all. So it's actually quite direct. And if we move a quite direct position, and our first clue is just like that, straightforward, because it's not exactly straightforward from fatigue. And why would it be a little bit aligned with hunger as well? Shortness of breath is like, well, you're very hungry, or you're very fatigued. You keep breathing, but it's not good enough. So, I don't know. But eventually, you can still call it one word. Stress, anyways. You know, even though at these extreme positions still possible. Chest pain or pressure. Pressure. Now your chest, your heart becomes a catalyst to attempt to remove stress, to pull that, you know, the other way around. So you're trying. Now that's the weird question, is like, well, why is this water earth and then not fire immediately? Why is it not immediately fire? Or maybe it is fire and I just fucked something up really badly. Because this is a place of a heartbreak. And a heartbreak doesn't sound like fire to me at all. In fact, because there's a wall here, maybe this is fire. It's just like, it completely destroys everything that I built previously. I have to revisit that. But fire is fatigue. It's so obvious, right? But what is stress then? It's actually quite a big question to me too. The stress itself, it's a big question. Where do we even start? Because it's still a good place to start. I'm just saying. 100 deaths, by the way. But it's never gonna say how old are these deaths, and what is the percentage of, effectiveness that it's exactly coronavirus attacking the person. Like, okay, you have been knocked by a car, but maybe there was a cliff as well. So you might not have completely died from the car bumping into you, which is still very likely because it's a fucking metal frame smashing into you. But you can imagine in the future, cliffs will be more deadlier than cars. Just cars will have will be ridiculously smart or ridiculously soft and bumpy. They're not gonna smash into you with metal frames. So the car did not kill you. It's the cliff that killed you. You have to blame the cliff for a high percentage of what caused it, but the car caused the initial step, and it's also very reliable case, basically, of who started it all. Of course, you'd say the car started, but there were no protection from the cliff as well. That what made the kill, made the entire kill. So again, this sort of system is garbage. You need to know the percentage, just like subscribers. Oh, that's how many subscribed. Okay, worldwide, that's how many subscribed so far. Recovered. Oh yeah, that's cool. The recovery is so fucking high, by the way. That's amazing. Why do we care so much when the recovery rate is so fucking high? Really? 2% die. 2%. And we don't know what percentage of them actually subscribed to this death, and which of them were subscribed to a lot of things that would kill them. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And we're talking about actual deaths, because these viruses actually attack your well-being. When your immunity system is attacked, every cause of death is important. Basically, any sickness you previously had also is affected and inflated in that situation. If your death is natural in a way, it's not being caused by violence of some kind. So sicknesses are not something you can call violence, act of violence. It's just ridiculous, unless of course you learn what stress is, and you learn who's actually committing acts of violence right now to this fucking day. Holy shit, we're gonna learn that real fast. So, the first thing we learn about stress is that my topic is actually wrong. My mom sucks my dick right now, because that's what God would say. Okay, so I would feel good about myself. It's like, well, my mom's still sucking my dick, so I guess while she's not talking to herself and screaming or anything, like, I can enjoy it. That means her mouth is on the right path, I would say. Anyways, stress. Who did this? Okay. Alright. So, stress is in fact, act of violence. By the way. We just don't know it yet. But now we can start to suspect people who's activating too much stress right now. First, we have to figure out whether the stress actually is the major cause of damage, basically. That we are in a lot of stress to make the right moves. Well, we don't have to fall too far. Stress happens right now because we're very separated and not friendly. We don't know what to expect from the other person, so it creates the stress response. We're like, we want from that other person to be nice to us in the end, but in a different fucking way that I just said. But you can treat it any way you want. You can be fooled, okay? That niceness is all you need. You want the result to be nice. The result of an entire interaction, an entire pool of interactions. People just concede. People get other people to be nice to them, and they just concede, okay, that's all I need from you, basically. No, you don't end there. You never end in allowing the other person to make their first move, and you just don't make your move. Or pretend that you already made your move. You don't have to explain anything. It's just a very, very weird situation that everyone's a part of right now. I mean, I've dealt with a lot of stress myself. Like, I get it. And I don't even have people who knocking at my door and asking questions or bothering me in any other ways. So yeah, I can't possibly imagine what people go through. But why? There's no reason why you're going through this forever and not changing yourself to move backwards and away from stress. So, there's a lot of people who subscribe to stress because it pays. Whether sometimes they get paid for stressing other people out, for making an advertisement of some kind or propaganda. Enter the world of stress, basically. So everything here is actually what I would call political bullshit. Not only you have to pay to enter, you have to fight through the wall of people when they recognize, they smell, they look at you, oh, this guy's capable of jumping over. Sometimes they will let you jump over, sometimes they will knock you out. You never know. You never know how people will react to you being capable of entering this political bullshit world that has been paid out over and over again. But money itself as a religion, is not capitalism. Okay? So we should not mix these things up too much. You have to understand that government still exists, and government has nothing to do with money, I would say. Yeah, you have to pay taxes to the government, and it has to play by the game that, is invented, but because of the religion, not because they need money specifically. They need to just fuel their religion. They can do it without money. They can do it through war, through just pure intimidation. And they do it better in that situation, in that circumstance. Because again, money doesn't actually is anything. It's just a piece of paper traveling from one place to the other, creating trust more or less in different areas. But when government really fucking starts to understand, and what I'm starting to understand, money is nothing. You know, you can have an entire area of the world, and you can flow money around to calm down different groups of people. It's almost like simulating sunshine. It's like, well, you wake up, you get some sunshine, and it's nighttime. So you'll you will either get your money stolen, or you get money, or you get yourself established and no longer operate in that dangerous system where, you know, you belong. You have to adapt to that day-night cycle. So anything bad can happen to you, basically. Government decisions can cripple anyone and turn off the lights. And this day-night cycle is definitely not one day long. It's usually like 3 years long or something. One day you wake up, YouTube sucks now because it's over-regulated or something. That sort of stuff happens. And while money still plays a huge role in YouTube, YouTube has to just listen to the government most of the time. They have nothing else that they can do. They got nothing. It's so lame. But at least what YouTube is doing is also paving the way of like, at least we'll know what to avoid and how to fight back. Potentially. It helps. Every effort helps. YouTube is not like nice to me or anything. I lost my partnership with YouTube. I can't get my fucking $1 back that I made from a Kickstarter when I claimed that I can make Minecraft good again. But now I'm like pretentiously don't want to do that because it feels like nobody supported me ever. Nobody tried to support me. It's like, what's the point of not even trying to support? You're just gonna be mean on the internet? What's your takeaway from that? Being a mean little piece of shit on the internet. You're gonna be sucked into some kind of following cult, and you'll disappear from my life. You just have to wait it out. But it's so fucking frustrating. It's so frustrating. There's so much that I'm stressing about. If you don't think stress exists, what the fuck are you looking at? Are you fucking blind? You're watching 3-hour videos that are being shit out every day or so. It's like, what is happening to me? Why am I having diarrhea blasts of anger? That's not normal, guys, and we have to figure out what it is. It's definitely not fatigue because I'm not putting myself into a fatigue mode. I'm not putting myself onto a hardcore behavior that just takes all my energy away. I'm just talking. It's not a big deal. Okay, I'm not being sleepless as if like I have to check every single person or I have to finish my task. I wait 3 hours, 3 hours complete, I go home basically. I go to the, you know, whatever I rest. I'm not sleepless. I'm not hungry too. Every time I take a break and I eat some shit and I come back, I can take breaks. So it's like every indication just shows I'm not in danger of any other kind, and this video exists solely to show you what stress really looks like. Not in fatigue. Talking is easy. Not sleepy. 3 hours and done. So time is set. Not hungry. I take breaks. Just saying. That's what I'm gonna do. Only 3 hours. you know, people work for a longer period of time. They get sleepy. Well, they get to sleep. They don't. They don't. They're not being destroyed by something. Just leave it at that. I put the cycle together mainly because bubonic plague. Then I put this thing, so it actually goes this direction. But this is where we start, kind of. This is where we are aware all of a sudden. Usually we spit out at a dream world. This is actually where we start. But it's, again, this is just even more confusing garbage. That kind of has the right name for it. I don't know. Who cares? We just need to figure out about stress. You can look at this and be like, oh, that's a lot of stress on the map. Yeah, potentially, yeah, sure. I don't buy it, though. Actually just vomited out stress and it kind of fell down and actually became quantifiable, visual, and completely, clean from the emotional bullshit. We can see things, okay? I'm under a lot of stress that wasn't classified as stress because it doesn't pay me anything. Okay, in order to be paid, you have to get through this wall, become popular, basically. You gotta pop, remember? The PewDiePie thing? You gotta go pop. That's what it is, man. That's the name of the game. You gotta go pop. This is why it's exactly still yellow thing, which is wind, and not fire. It is wind. You gotta pop out of the wall. Become a fucking star. Star. Look at that. I pop in another A in Staris. Because stars actually are, in fact, stressing themselves out. I'm like... my hands are full of gold right now. Anyone want some? Nobody? Okay, I'm gonna become a gold-eating demon real fast. I'm gonna spit gold in your face, and you'll be like, why does this gold feel like lava? What? Well, I'm so sorry. My digestive system couldn't handle your face not melting alongside with gold. Maybe it will taste better now, So I will re-eat my vomit. Once you melt into it. Maybe it's gonna be nice and meaty, okay? I need a little bit more meat on my gold. Anyways, eat your meat. Stress, baby. Alright, we found another black magic fucking move I never thought I'll have. Obviously popular people are under stress. Okay, you popped. You in the world of stress now. But it's all of a sudden, you have the world of internet and it completely changes everything. Because it used to be, you finish the school, you get a job. You stress about something completely different, right? And you, in a way, even after you get a job, you become a tiny bit popular, which is weird. It is weird. Just by keeping a job, you become a tiny bit popular. You have to communicate constantly with people. You have to learn fast to not be knocked out. It's a rough fucking position. All of a sudden, you're in a stress position. Thank you for hiring me, you fucking asshole, and didn't explain this to me. That everyone is under stress right now. Pretty much. They have to, in order to get the money. And the money is the ultimate magnet. So, but you still have to break this wall that has been built by capitalism. Now it's capitalism. It's like, well, we had all these world wars. that came from here, and you look like a Hitler, so I don't know, you're hungry, you look like a Hitler. So I let you fight in this arena mode. So of course I'm like, I'll check the matrix slide. I'll just go straight forward, okay? This is my goal right now. The dream world. It would be the goal anyways. I could circle around that. But the only thing I have to do is just simulate circling around and pull that energy into the drill and just forget about this whole thing. Because at some point we perfect the system of abusing ourselves in order to go around and abusing people who are going around, so you become a part of, you know, as they go around, you go around. The roller coaster of going around is kinda broken now. Okay, I'm just saying. It's not like I immediately jumped on the YouTube bandwagon or whatever, social media bandwagon, and it's not like there's a lot of people who can be successful in the end and get hired, because everything requires an application of some kind. A lot of effort has to be put in just to prove that you're worthy of something. But that makes no fucking sense. But some people buy into that, you know? They spend a lot of money for education. They spend a lot of time and effort into all these nonsense things. Oh, and yeah. I just had this revelation. So lots of speech or movement is just what happened to me, actually. I'm like, who's bothering me right now? Like, I shut up for a moment. And that's a lot of speech. What else are you gonna say to me? If you're completely distracted and you're like, you don't know what's going on, like, you're gonna shut up. Everything is distracting all of a sudden. Everything is stressing you out. Nothing is familiar anymore as well. That's what stress is. Finally. For the final time, we are starting to understand. Cool. Stress is about being distracted of the thing you don't quite recognize. If you recognize it, it's quite easy to ignore it, but if you don't recognize it, not so much. This is why people, and we found it, call names immediately. I'm like, I can handle stress, so I don't have to call you names of any kind. You'll create a stupid name for yourself anyways. Or it's a little bit too obvious what's going on here. And you will start hiding yourself. It's like, you can't name me, I can name you. I see you're stupid. I see you're stressed. No, I'm not. I didn't name you. You're the one stressed. But I guess I'll just leave it there, okay? Maybe I shouldn't just play into that stupid shit. But yeah, I'm being distracted. And it slows me down. It makes me want to pause and think, what the fuck is going on here around me? Who's doing it, man? Who the fuck is doing it? See, you change your body systems into detective system. So you're trying not to move, not to speak, not to distract the distraction, so you can identify it. But here it is. So, and the difficulty of breathing is just like, what is happening? This is so annoying. You hold your breath accidentally almost. But what is this instinctual thing, right? If you don't recognize something, it's quite important for you to recognize especially if you feel like there is a danger of some kind. And I might be a little bit overreactive on my own terms, but that's why I just kind of hide. I just don't give a fuck. I don't go out in the open and stress about everything. Stress is just so fucking nasty, and like I felt in the end of 2018, the God Mode era. I felt that stress turns into some kind of demon of its own, basically. If you stress and fear, people can exploit you. So what you're trying to do, stress, corona, negative effects, is you trying to escape fear by not showing it. You know, you kind of show curiosity, not fear. When you freeze yourself, freeze motherfucker. That's what it means. That's what it means. Stress is freeze motherfucker. Literally it. Okay? Because we're talking about wind. Wind is so related to stress, we can just say freeze. I hope I don't have to explain why wind is so chill, okay? And why it's a direct link with freezing. Because you would think like water freezes. Yes, because of wind. And not much else. It's like fire and ice are the opposites, wind and fire, in other words. It's just a very weird thing that wind also gets to control ice as an element, as a hiding element almost. But what it does, it takes water and hides itself using it. Okay, snowflakes or whatever. Creates art all of a sudden. Anyways, SSS, my friends. Yeah, the 666. Fucking stupid shit. Just like PewDiePie says 666 monster. What is this fucking bullshit? Motherfuckers, man. This is quite a fucking beast they have built on the yellow arena. What's the third one? The pressure. Literally the name of the stress. But there's also the chest pain. Almost like a heartbreaking mode. Should be here. But it's not it. That's not it. Okay? The heartbreak, when it happens, you kind of cry. But when you laugh, your heart is withering away when you laugh, I think. That's what's happening. It's the wither effect. Have we been warned by Minecraft that the wither effect is a thing? Again, we pick up, at least I pick up all these memes and I put them together in a map. Is the wither effect important? Withering heart. You start laughing. Sometimes I laugh because I have to prove to the other person that they're just pushing me into that direction, and our friendship is nothing but a laughing stock, nothing but funny garbage. So I'm trying to destroy it, basically, slowly. And the withering heart means that heart is purely made out of heat, as you can tell. It's a heat. The heat art. Which is fucking weird, right? Heat art, meaning that it's mainly water, but it has to be heated. So Withering Heart immediately shows that this is a freezing heart. It's a heart that's getting colder and colder. Turning into a stone. Not quite. And yeah, the best thing to do in position of stress is like keep your distance. But it's all about interaction in the end. And why does the heart wither away? Well, because you feel disrespected. You feel like they're stupid. They can't hurt you. So just, you feel... What is laughter anyways? What is you laugh, you lose? You lose friendship. Let's play this game. You laugh, you lose is a game of disrespect, basically. There's certain key moments which you have to respect and not laugh. And key moments where you can't. I mean, you can in fact laugh. And you should. So it's just a very, very important test of what do you take seriously and what you don't take seriously, and whether I can respect you or not. Because if you just laugh it off at something that's super important to me, even though I made a joke, the door's right here, dude. I already made the worst possible joke ever. Okay, where is it? Yeah, eating my mom. Haha, very funny. Okay. Slowly eating my mom to be able to survive as well. Too bad she's fat. Your mom is so fat that you could be eating her for an entire eternity. And it still doesn't fucking cut it. 1% doesn't cut 1%, man. You use entire eternity to eat your mom. Is that funnier? Is that haha moment now? Let's go. Because I don't know when to laugh. I don't think I've laughed. The last time I remember laughing, like really, really hard, is the Professor X moment. The Jake Paul moment, the Professor X, but now it's not funny anymore. I need a lot of context to be able to take out a piece of pie, circle out, so it's just, it's fresh and it's not poisoned. And you can laugh or not laugh if you want to. It's no big deal. So if it confuses you, you don't laugh. If it's something confusing, you don't laugh. But if you clearly see the punchline, say, you give a chuckle, and that's laughing right there. Why are you chuckling, asshole? Are you trying to disrespect me? Think it's funny? Because the you think it's funny moment is like, it's the trigger for thought. You have to tell me that you're not a suspect. Again, it's just the same fucking thing. I wonder if when people play Among Us, they will learn how to do comedy all of a sudden. In a way that I said exactly this way. You laugh, you lose. You say something stupid. And they laugh, and, well, you're a suspect now. Somehow, this could be weaponized. I wonder. I'll just think it's compelling, okay? I'll do the thinking, okay? Anyway, so that's somewhat what it means to have your heart withering. You being disrespectful to people. And you will never be able to control stress if you disrespect people. That's it. The stress will always be there, because the moment people actually ask for respect, you must be already prepared for that. See, that's what's so fucking interesting. You can open the door to a bunch of kids and laugh it off as like, hey, Halloween was last year. Assholes, get the fuck out of here. But you can't do the same thing to the homeless person if he knocks at your door. You're gonna do the same thing? Halloween next year? Joke? See, the jokes that are funny, you kind of adopting them into your life and trying to like, show that it's not important anymore. So, if you laughed at someone doing the Halloween is next year thing, you kind of will do it yourself. It's like laughing is a quick way to adopt something. I'll try this thing as well on my children. I'm still their candy. Is this guy Jimmy's show is very fucking funny, okay? It's a fucking late night show, boys. What was I even talking about? Anyway, so when people actually ask for respect, you must already be ready, or you lose. Be ready or you'll lose. Someone knocks at your door and you have to open it up. Don't let them in, don't worry about it. Just talk to them, just give respect, you fucking fool. Don't hide in there, because they will pretend that nobody's home, okay? And they will come in, uninvited. Do you like that? Fucking assholes. Give respect. Open the door. Whatever the door looks like, okay? It doesn't matter. Because people like to come in uninvited. Way more. Okay? They will come uninvited, whether you want it or not. Of course, if there's multiple locked doors, that's a union respect. Okay? Especially if, you know, you're arming yourself up and it's like, I'm ready, guys. I'm home alone. I'm gonna fuck you up if you try to come into my house. Now that is a scenario you are all familiar with. So of course, there's a special function if you are a kid and you have to fight back against big old dudes who are trying to steal something from you because you don't know them. You can fight back. But other than that, you probably are capable of fighting back already and opening the door. Just make sure they don't hold a knife or something. They're not hiding or something. Just, you know, we have very nice doors, basically, is what I'm saying. Already. Might as well, you can fucking add a camera to it. Install a camera. Why not? See if that's functioning. If it's not functioning anymore, it has been damaged, well, you know what to do next. But it also can be a hidden camera, too. So there's so many things you can do to catch a loser. I don't know. I'll just say Home Alone because, like, if I can make a reference like that and everyone understands, it can still happen. So, do indeed fight back intruders, okay? Call the police, do whatever. They're intruders. They're strangers completely. And police should howl at them, whatever. But it's annoying when police comes in because my mom called it. Because my mom is even capable of doing that when she's not completely in danger. Just because she's suspecting danger, that's fucking stupid. But of course, in order for her to suspect danger, there has to be a suspect. And like, wow, maybe she's not fucking stupid after all, I guess. If she can blame everything on me, well, she's definitely sick. It's like, well, I'm not a doctor mode. Can't be activated because when it comes to sickness, you don't need a doctor. It's fucking obvious. And some people accuse me of being sick and call the doctor, you fucking fool. Well, if you're so confident, call the fucking doctor. On me. What's the big deal, dude? Because the idea is, I am sick. Because I have to deal with sick people all the time. So of course I'm sick myself. But people are just accusing me straightforward as a fucking little symptomatic little shit that they can punch in the face. You know, oh, you're poor, you're gonna be punched in the face now. You're an easy target, thank you. Fuck yeah, dude. No, of course I'm sick, but I'm nobody says, the people who, like, call me out as sick, they don't support my side, so I'm like, dude, the disease is gonna come to you sooner than later now. Did you point a finger at me? Like, holy shit. I'll spit in your face. I'm gonna fucking hope you'll survive this disease. Hope you'll be able to watch my videos fast enough to claim respect points that you can feed to children or something. That will have black eyes and will turn into demons whenever they want. Because that's how powerful my speech is sometimes. Sometimes I do an oopsie, I guess. I don't know. No longer Halloween. Halloween is gonna be every day. This trick-or-treat thing, when it happened in the end of 2018, I'm like, whoa. That's a different trick-or-treat, man. That's the one that I would not open the door, ever. Just, unless I have bazooka. Well, bazooka... That's right. A rocket launcher. What do you want, buddy? I have a rocket launcher. Please stay back. Yeah. 5 feet away from me. Get the fuck out of here now. You're not needed. Now that you're 5 feet away from me, you fucking asshole. I could have blown you up anyways. Yeah, I'm scared. At any point, some stupid shit is gonna happen. But right now, all I have to do is just unstress the stress. Do we restart? So we have these different sections already figured out pretty much. Or... bah. YG and RB, motherfucker. No orgy. Please. Why is it lagging so much? Anyways. I'm gonna repeat the same thing, but let's see what's important. What are we trying to do again? We're attempted to figure out what stress is. And apparently, it starts with start. Instead of street. Yeah. And also, it very much involves money. And building a very special wall. But money is a religion, right? This is not exactly money. It's just the symbolism of money. You know. Well, fatigue actually... So stress actually happens when you have a lot of money. That's a normal thing to say, right? And so there's a lot of people here circling around, worrying, or what's gonna happen if they popped? Okay, well, prepare yourself, because people might start popping in. This wall might be thinner and thinner based on how much we grind through the internet, because there's also the grind boys. The G boys, okay? It's not me, but it's probably my religion by now, okay? There are people grinding down the money wall. Using internet, okay? Even I could do it by just grinding RuneScape or something. You know, if I just find an income from somewhere using the internet. I'm immune to all damage ever. I have the greatest shield of all time. I'm just like, I'm freaking out because I know this and I don't quite want to do it because it feels stupid. But honestly, might as well start tomorrow. It's just a little bit stressful, but I think I'll have to start working tomorrow. Just if I can get $30 or something, and convince my mom to give me money every now and then when she fucking eats my food. It's like, thank you, Mom. That's nice. My food is gone. Can I get it back now? It's fucking amazing. It's like, and we're still gonna have the same conflict. I hope it's gonna concede her into like, yes, that's exactly what I want, and I'll go shop. I ready myself for a shop and get this conflict. Nothing terrible happened. She's again not attacking me per se. She's attacking herself, and I can still take advantage of that. Mostly. So I'll try to take advantage of that specifically. If the point comes where she's like, well, you can sign me up, I'll be getting all the money that she would be getting. Because she's incapable of, dealing with any of this shit. Well, that's game over, right? That's the end game, basically. End game that I don't quite want to reach because it's almost like a marriage contract of some kind. What's gonna happen? It's the stupidest thing ever. I don't want to sign up for anything. I just hate how stupid everything is. It doesn't ask you anything. It doesn't ask for your opinion, so it just becomes a scam, whatever it is. So even just getting money directly, and even that contract, sounds appealing. Well, it's way more appealing, okay? It's way more appealing when I get what I deserve through observation. They see I'm smarter in the way that I spend money, and I just get it. Okay, and I can give my mom to deal with the paperwork if she can still do that, and if she can, maybe I'll try and seek internet equivalent of payment support, whatever. And it's game over there. But I'm not getting any experience because, like, shit, I have to insert myself into her life and start demanding things to gain responsibility. The same way that I would have to demand to get a job. So it's I'm living that fucking situation. It's just the choice of like, should I help strangers or my mom? It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Should I help strangers for more money? Or my mom for, security or whatever? Whatever I get. But in the end, it should just be this. Very tough question. Oh my god. Who would have thought I would get such a difficult question? Of course I'll trust strangers when they will stop being strangers and my mom will stop being my mom. It's like when the choice gets blurry, I'm like, maybe I will start, thinking the other side. Because I just want to explore the other side. But there is no other side. And like when people say like, separate, go out into the real world. There is no real world. It's just wasteland. Nobody wants to talk to anyone about anything. I know that. Okay? I've double checking every single time because like, if this gets blurry, of course my decision making goes through the roof in a completely different direction. Instead of trying to drill here, the pencil wars basically. the wall sharpener. Cause my pencil is sticking out. The wall sharpener. Here you go. These guys are my neighbors right here. Just whenever they want to talk to me. When I'm not in stress, obviously, when they're not being called after me. Yeah, whenever you want to talk to me, go right ahead, buddy. No big deal. If you hear me screaming, maybe it's a good fucking time to set your clocks. 3 days later, you show up, you say, "What's up? I heard you screaming 3 days ago. Is everything okay?" Well, I fucking respect you for that. Wow, you don't want free respect? I don't know, dude. Get the fuck out of here, then. I would even fucking kick ass of whoever's just walking around and blasting their speaker on the streets. I would just walk up to this person. "What's wrong with you, dude? You know, you don't look like in stress. I can approach you. You look like fucking blasting yourself with drugs and ego." The fuck? Music is drugs sometimes when you blast shitty music. But anyways, like, we're neighbors. We're right here. No big deal. I can stop my operation anytime and be like, "Hey guys, anyone cares? Oh, anyone wants to talk to me? Did I bother anyone? Oh, I just want peace and quiet." Well, take it if you can. You know, be that little trick-or-treater where you want specific treats from me. Potentially. Sure, go right ahead. Very funny. Though, now that's a fucking joke right there. That will never happen. These lines will never blur until the entire society gets reshaped. Or I just move somewhere else where it does happen. But I've never heard of that fucking instance where your neighbors fucking knock at your door and like, "Hey, what's up? What happened? It's kind of weird. Are you having a party?" I am a little bit triggered, by the way. There are some neighbors like, but I don't know where. And it's like, well, that's a big deal actually. We are separated by walls and doors, and we don't know what is happening and how to contact in an easy format. I understand that. Okay. I understand contacting people still hard. But internet, this is the reason why this money wall is going to be removed and people going to start flowing again properly, and they will pop as much as they want, basically. You want to pop, you get pop. Easy. But right now, it's not easy simply because, you know, probably you even choose how much to pop already. It's just you have to go through a wall to get there, you know? Like, nobody wants to be here. And I'm like, guys, you're so pretentious, so stupid. I could go here all the time and just fuck this part of the wall if I wanted to. I could do that. But just because there is an opportunity, there's an opening that nobody wants to do, I feel a little bit like, you know, disrespected again. I could go and do the dirty work for you guys. You don't want to do it. Obviously, it's very, very, very dirty. And you can get in trouble. And this is why probably people are a little bit too aware of what's going on. And they're setting up traps before the wall. You know, they have to set up traps somewhere. It's like, well, if you take easy opportunities, I wonder what's going to happen to you if you step on this landmine and explode. Wow, thank you. That's what happens because you're rushing into this stranger land. Again, as I'm saying, this is the stranger land. And there's the quick opportunities that are dirty, but there's extra dirt on top of an already existing dirt, and it's like, all the opportunities are broken now. All of them. Nobody wants to see us here, so the wall kind of shifts, and despite the internet team, the G team, also working on it, on making sure that people can pop easily, for whatever good reasons they have. If they make like a 3-hour video, like That's a pretty good reason, okay? As long as you kept talking and you haven't been like a Mr. Beast thing where you said Jake Paul 100,000 times. What the fuck was that, dude? What the fuck was that? I'm still not recovering from this. Someone just broke through just because they said Jake Paul enough times. Okay, man. That's not true. Okay. In the end, that's not true. That's not exactly what happened. It was just a person kind of very next to the society that would embrace it anyways. He just became a little bit more visible. So just like to myself, I say to myself, if I get 1,000 subscribers, this is it. Milestone reached. I can talk to people now. I can spread my wings. It's easy. But with 100 people, it's almost like my wings are just half-assed. Just bones, not wings. So nothing is happening currently. Nothing at all. I'm like, if I don't have wings, I can't fly through a wall. Just very simple tactic. I'm reading these people and I'm like, what are they missing? And then I'm reading these people. Because I still have a huge watchtower after all. Okay. But in the end, I'm just doing my operation. My operation, planting the flag of like, this is what I want. The vector, okay, this little shitty vector that's red as well. So what, are you trying to get the red pill? I don't know, this is just the flag of YouTube. Maybe I wanted to make it blue. Maybe it's red for all the blood I've wasted. I don't know. Maybe it's just a meme. Maybe just the heart of everything, you know, that's the real flag. The YouTube. I don't know. Can only start with why. No, whatever. Fatigue. I don't know why it's fat, by the way. Why is fatigue so fat? Because you have to be fat to fatigue. You kind of have to be fat to exercise. I'm just saying. And my mom is also fat. You know, I just don't respect it. She kind of looks normal in a way. If she was a dude, I would like understand what's going on. But she's not a dude, and she's not doing anything but cleaning, which is sometimes unnecessary by itself. Cleaning is so fucking unnecessary. I'm just... Obviously, if you have been employed to be cleaning, but I just saw a police investigator clean their fucking window for a little bit of time, and it just... A little bit of puke came into my mouth and then came down. It's fucking sickening, dude. What is this fucking... Obsessed cleaning, obsessed mask wearing, obsessed like germophobia spread out. What did you do, Trump? Why is germophobia now just a common thing? What the fuck is happening? So, you know, grind that wall. What else can we find? I think it's about time to take a break, because we broke through the second hour. I feel like the stress is off. It's so annoying, by the way. It's just ridiculously annoying, but you have to break walls a little bit. So the idea is basically, everyone gave up on this wall for some reason. It's like, well, nobody likes the blue pill. But some people just don't talk about pills, they talk about popularity. Right? And some people do think you take the red pill in some format. Right? The society sucks, everyone's being super competitive, so I'm just gonna outcompete them. You know, I don't get it. I don't get the red pill people, but they just kind of try and transcend with a lot of effort invested into just pure work, I guess. Purely something that other people would buy into. And so the popular people would buy into it as well, I guess. but eventually you end up selling the fucking wall. I don't know. I don't know, man. So I'll have to rethink everything right now. I can look back into previous episodes. Did we hit like 10 views on anything else? Literally 10 views, guys. 10 fucking views. No. Just this one video where I made it short. And I asked, please help my rant become 3 hours long again. What the fuck? They saw a crack in the wall and it's like, that's it, guys. We gotta attack the wall. What was that, man? Did I make a break or something? Nobody even saw that 25-year-old virgin rant. Nobody got triggered by that. I didn't even make a break there. Just 1 day break. None of this makes sense to me. What the fuck? Wow, how did this happen? October 7. Annihilation. Oh my god. What have I done? No, October 7. It means that I released it very early and very late. Because I definitely slept in that period between 2 videos being made. Anyways, yeah, this is really, really annoying. Really, really painful that some kind of simple conflict can spit out so much nastiness. Basically, and disrespect from both sides. If you disrespect me, I disrespect you. There's nothing I can do. You know, it will feel like an attack, but I'm defending myself. You disrespect me, I disrespect you. Because if you initialize disrespect, then I have to disrespect you. I just have to. This is the best opportunity to disrespect someone. Whoever initialized disrespect, you have to catch it and slap it in their face. Get the fuck out of here with your disrespect. Get the fuck out of here. You opening my valve of disrespect? Take it. You know, them disrespecting you. Oh, let's open a valve of disrespect. Oops. And if you have nothing, so just the same way, right? The same way that you have to respect people, well, like in a compulsory manner, I don't know. Impulsory, I would say. You have to be ready for it. To be ready to respect people. Police knocks on your door, you have to be ready to respect them. Obviously. Or they will kick the door out or something. They're so fucking dumb. But if you also disrespected, the same applies, you know. A policeman says something stupid and they disrespected themselves, it disrespects you because, like, what the fuck are you doing? Saying this shit to me when you have all this power right now. So you have to point that out at them a little bit. Just being able to talk back to a police officer, that's disrespectful. So you can figure out, and you have to, this is your level of awareness right now that's very much needed. I'm still like completely lost. My biggest concern is like, now that I have identified the map and it looks like another Pac-Man thing where I'm just fixing its teeth or something, what am I doing? Where I'm battling 2 walls at the same time, where it's like, eventually if I put enough effort, I break through and I just live a normal life like every other normal person who spends hours and hours sitting here in this cesspool of hatred and outrage. This is where it all happens. We're all neighbors here. We're all connected through the internet. Just stop your outrage and become a normal human being, because I don't want to stay here, because the risk of dying here pretty fucking high, and and now this fucking government system says like, okay, let's just fish out and make people pop. Oh shit, coronavirus. I'm sorry, guys. This is what happens. I'm so sorry. Because they recognize like these people are very, very stressed out. The moment they relieve themselves of hunger, they're now stressed out. It's like, what do I do? How do I respect people? I've learned nothing in life. And it's like, rightfully so, you didn't learn anything in life, because this is not the place to learn anything in the first place. So a lot of popular people right now have to be rejected because they're sick, they're stressing the system. So there's a lot of swapping back and forth that has to happen. So potentially, I don't have to drill by force. There's another operation in works, which is, you know, the exchange system. Okay? The exchange. Just like I said before, right? If you have a big heart, it can't wither away that easily. Okay? It can do it. The wither effect does not work on big hearts. This is why you have to have a big heart to be able to sustain stress. Because you're just like, okay, which opinions do matter? Because I'm under stress, but maybe there's still opinions floating around that other people know something about something. So you collect it, you eat some books, I don't know, you eat a bunch of information, and you refill your heart, basically. If you're under stress, that's what you do. You start digging in. Just like PewDiePie reads books for some reason. Who the fuck does that? Nobody does that. Just this fucking loser who's stressing out the entire system and has to become an exchange student with someone else. Probably with my fist, however, because I'm a big bro, man. I'm a big bro. Look at that. If you read it like that, he's an orb, and I'm a bro. That's it. That's all that has to happen. Starless. Starless, motherfucker. Star, you get a big L, motherfucker. You want an L? You get an L. So that's what L looks like. Look, these barriers, motherfucker. Just crazy. And a win is an exchange. Something like that. Not too bad. We're doing something. Alright. It is kind of fucking annoying, right? Like, okay, my mom is doing something again. And maybe I shouldn't even worry about it. Maybe I should go hardcore mode. But I can't go hardcore mode. I'll give her my wish list. Okay? I need some speakers. So I could hear stuff. That's probably where it's gonna end. And maybe some headphones. But you know, you just plug in some shitty headphones. Some tiny shitty headphones and it works. That's all that truly matters in the end. You have to make sure that something works, and then you can start working on it and building stuff. And if it's just made out of bones and there's no meat, well, it's gonna be a tedious process, but you can still do it, and you can still automate it too. You still can simplify it, at least. The exchange course of popularity. Can't wait to find that portal. Fuck yeah. A portal game now. Look at that. So, this is why whoever, I feel like a detoxifier, not just from Tinder, from everything. It's like, exchange me just for a moment. Let me be popular. Let me pop in and see what's up, man. What's the big deal? Because they're all of them are just suffering like idiots and not allowing me to take any responsibility whatsoever. I'm just creating responsibility for no reason, you know. But they don't understand, because they just understand this factor of like, if I can find survivalism in this place where money's circulating a little bit, you know, money constantly gets thrown through the wall, or like someone peeks out, comes back home, and it's like, I have a big chunk of cash laying around. Who wants it? It's just so fucking ridiculous, but that's another reason why they're stuck in here. It's almost like now a systematic stuckage, government welfare game. You know, government keeps throwing money so that there's proof that money exists, you know. they have to feed the religion, and when they break through, when the person breaks through, they just might even ignore the entire fucking thing, while the government just monetizes their entire vector of breakage. Everyone's a fucking vector at this point, because if you offend anyone, they just start coming after you, dude. They're just relentless, dude. Unless you're popular, in which case they try and do it differently. Obviously, they still try and come after you. They still look at you as an opportunity, but they look at you as more like an opportunity that could lose popularity, right? Not the way that they can come after you anymore. You know, so there's a different format here, but like now I'm seeing it. Okay, that's an interesting group of bullshit people. They're wasting their time being stuck together. Stick together, please. And so I guess, again, the coronavirus thing is just fake thing where like, hey guys, I know you really want to cross the wall, but can you please keep a distance from each other and stop fighting? So whatever works, okay? If Corona conspiracy works even a little bit, government will go ham, just not non-stop about this shit. They'll just redo the same process over and over again if they have to, because right now this is just a saving grace for them. More people survive the wall experience. They order themselves a little better. Some of them take a step back and like become my audience. That's cool. I'll take it. So right now that's how I see it. You know, it's creating a lot of stress because maybe these people are smarter now and they're bumping into the religion of money and breaking it apart. There's probably certain things that money is not supposed to be used for, and just this is what I think it is in the end. This is the end game of that one episode that I did about coronavirus, but it's not the end of the red pill episode, because we have not even touched these fucking red and blue pill regions. Orange and blue. The dream. Oh. So these are still big ass question marks to me. And if I have anything to tell you guys, because if these sections have told such huge stories, what are these special choices that people have? What the fuck are we talking about here? This is some next level shit. This is why I'm trying to drill into this anyways, because potentially there's not just popular people. Maybe popular people usually go here because they never intended to like earn a bunch of money or anything. It just was a career choice to be popular back in the day. What if this, you know, Hollywood or something? So what was this? Sleep. I don't know, I still call it the dream world. We can call it Hollywood or whatever. But you get the idea. The idea is like, being popular was a career choice. It's still difficult to achieve that. Or it used to be difficult. It used to be a different direction entirely where most people don't actually try to become popular. To where, like, again, even in the workplace, you can start taking selfies and, like, dismantling the entire idea of the government. I don't know. This is where things get super slow, so I'll take a break. Alright. Just before I leave, so the sorting system I have implemented, it's supposed to be easy, again, to do. It's supposed to be very wide known in schools. You take an array, you take a bigger array, you rearrange it alphabetically in a way that every conflict moves forward. And that's it. Your array is immediately rearranged. You don't have to sort it within the array and swap things together. Usually you get introduced to bubble sort at first. And it sounds like an easy thing to introduce to people. But it's sort of easy. It's not exactly easy. Okay? But that's the thing here. When you're the easy part here's the easy part. The reason bubble sort might be known to you, it was easy for your teacher. Okay? It's easy to teach it to your students, the bubble sort. You know, you check every single, you pick up an element of an array and you check with entire list of things and like what happens. I don't know what happens. I can't even explain bubble sort, guys. I can't. I literally can't. It's not easy, actually. It's almost like a tournament thing. I don't know. I really don't know what a bubble sort is. I just know how it looks like in code. But I can't actually explain bubble sort. What? I can explain one kind of sorting mechanism, right? Min and max. So you go max and then min. And you kind of saw blade everything. I don't know what bubble sort is, guys. I just don't know. Please leave me alone. Oh man. Yeah, this is dumb. And this is so dumb. And this is so hard. And then how the fuck it's easy for a teacher? Well, it's easy for your teacher because your teacher just picks up a book and is like, oh, that's how you do it, and just throws it in a fucking fireplace and gives you garbage. And in order for humanity to evolve, we have to unlearn the garbage and learn the actually useful stuff, almost by force. I had to do it by force. I'm like, what's the hashtag? Wait, that's smart. And you adopt it. But it's a lot, man. And this is what kind of puts people in this wrong position, because they adopt wrong behavior. They're just taught. It's just easier for them to be here. It's very easy, you know. You see competition, you play competition. It's a fucking game for them to climb ladder every single time, basically. Every time. Starting from the bottom, climb the ladder again. It's just a routine thing now. So again, just because I'm stuck, I'm like, yet again, I have to draw a map, draw lines here. I'm doing a special operation here. There's a special exchange going on. I have identified a lot of stress here in this region. A lot of hunger and like, I guess YouTube just got in my way now. Just put a flag in the wrong place. Now I'm just hungry about YouTube then. Whatever. I'm either hunter or a hunger. And then, yeah, I have operations going on to 2 booby operations. I don't know. Yep. So I'm invading the dream world, and I'm also... But this is like a invasion here. But because this invasion has been created by the barrier of money, technically this is the invasion here. Because I used to have an explanation again that this is like the matrix scores. Okay, you don't take the blue pill, you take the red pill. But not taking the blue pill is actually quite a process of its own. So that's kind of fascinating to me, actually. Other than that, that's... looks like a wrap, and I'll just fucking come back later. Actually, how about we just spend some time battling someone out of here? I already... Oh, fuck. I actually have some dudes to feed. Alright, let's go. Matt Bat. Mr. Jose. Tech Boss. Tech Boss -7. Tech Boss -2. Mr. Who's 9. Okay, I transmitted that. There might be a few more transmissions I need to do. Actually, I know which one. Lauren Southern. What? What's her name then? Because she's supposed to be in the team. But I actually did something cool with her. So she used to be... Hate team? I don't know. I really don't remember. That's not where she is. In the... yeah, it's just Lauren, actually. Fuck me. Alright, so she has 570 still. Nothing changed, but... she has a sister again, which is the craziest thing because her name starts with J. And I'm like, J and L are friends. It's like Jail and Liberty. So I love that. I'm gonna be JL South is the new name of the Southern. So 14. See, it starts at the same time. Set Lauren to 0. Get the fuck out of here. Alright. So we did that. We removed this name. Let's keep going. Let's keep adding. So I'm thinking about doing Trump versus Katy Perry. And I'm not talking about Donald Trump, I'm talking about Hearthstone Trump. Because he's actually more influential than Donald Trump. Let's double check that. I'm just saying. Trump and D-Trump. Very close, actually. Fuck me, man. Very close. Might as well make them battle each other. How about that? That's a lot cooler. When very close forces battle each other out. I'll take that. But I want the Candy style. Where you're battling a big boy. There you go. So anything interesting? I don't think so. We have to look all teams now. What the fuck are you doing outside? What happened? What happened though? I don't know. So weird. Team CEO, keep climbing up. Pretty fast. Team Smash got smashed. Feuds and Heart still stuck. And porn is stuck down there. What happened, dude? It's almost like they lost, then gained. Fuck. Okay, I'll just figure it out. Yeah, the list of porn stars is pretty fucking extensive. I need to save this up. They have broken 4,000 barrier, but I'm still battling PewDiePie and Hearthstone. What the fuck is going on? Alright. Might as well make them fight. Maybe just give them another fucking candy. So again, I can bring down Katy Perry and Nicki Minaj at the same time. Even though I wouldn't like that. Keanu Reeves sounds like a fucking tough guy now. Holy shit, I'm scared. I'm scared of Keanu Reeves. I've seen what he can do. And he took a little bit too much credit for himself. He should have most of the credit in the backside. I don't know. But it's not his credit. It's like the girls. The Knock Knock girls. What have you done to me? I guess because they're all above Sabrina, I should be very angry. So I'll just take Katie and Nikki easily. And then let's double check. So top 500 to 15,000. Top 100. What do we have? We actually have less people now, which looks like a mistake. Whoops. What have I done? Well, the mistake is because I have doubled the score at some point, and it's all flawed. So we actually should look at this list instead. Cost me, okay. Oh, Sabi just beating these bitches. Lindsay's still fucking doing it. Shane is still up there. There's still targets for elimination in some ways. But I guess they have to battle in their own teams, if anything. Yeah, I really want some good juicy battles. Okay, let's just pretend, no, there's no pretentiousness here. The Team Magic is actually on top now. So I think I can take 2 teammates and make them battle other stuff that PewDiePie and Hearthstone has. So for me, I'm gonna keep the... So we have the equality games. Do we have what is that? A sign? How does the horoscope signs look like here? This is fucking... I need that. Or some kind of equality sign. I don't want pause. I want equality, dude. I don't know. This looks like a fucking equality. Transgenderism. Yeah. I don't know. I can just give swords a go. So Trump versus Katie. And then I can just fill in Rumi. I don't know what I'm gonna add to... I can even add this guy's toast because he had a crossover in PewDiePie's team. But I already did that, by the way. So if I get link, team Pewds, I already added Toast here. Mr. Toast. Because, you know, Toast Ken is also a thing. Even though I don't watch him at all. Because I think he's dumb. But, yeah, I'm kind of hoping Rumi can do something. I don't give hopes to anything else, or just PewDiePie team in general doesn't have a good deal yet. So Rumi, I'm still not confident about this. I'm not confident about Trump either. It's just something to start the battle with. That's it. If Rumi is in fact battling, Rumi and then Mimi, he has 2x about. He can lose 50% of his points and still win. Or he can score 50% less and still win. Trump versus Caddy. Well, Trump has incredible advantage of 4 times the advantage. So yeah, suck on those titties, Trump. Let's go battle some ass. And again, depending on how much score is accumulated in total, that's how relevant it is. Why are you trying to defend yourself, Katie? You might as well give it up. But yeah. The battles. So this is what I'm going to be doing in the background, so I'm entertained while I'm away and not finishing the video of stress. Oh my god. It's almost like there's no big deal, because there's always solutions everywhere around you. So if you happen to be in trouble, people will help, generally, to some degree. But come on, man. I don't feel safe when my consent is being taken away because I need to be helped. No, just give me money. Alright? If I'm already in danger, in danger, how do I not deserve money? I don't understand, guys. Yeah, you can put yourself in danger often enough to where you're gonna be investigated. Holy shit, right? There's no escape. There's no easy fucking way out. I'm just saying, like, this makes no fucking sense. And that this basic, universal basic income is kind of, you know, exposing the same problem that I just said. I'll just say it one more time. Okay, how come people who are in trouble don't just get money? You know, obviously, they actually do sometimes. It's just a not very established system. It's like you can get anything based on how you pretend to be in trouble. But that's fucking stupid. That's just like, we're just being careless. We just don't identify what trouble possibly can be in the first place. Like, most of the time people get in trouble because they don't know how to spend money, not because they don't have it. But in my case, I'm scared of everything. I'm not gonna fucking go out in the real world. So can I please get something for the trouble that I'm in? Because I bet you can't figure it out. So what's the point of trying? You know, there's only the point of giving and checking if I'm still in trouble. And I won't be in trouble, I promise. For fuck's sake. It's the stupidest thing that I put my hands together for. Okay? Pray? No. No. No praying. I ain't praying, motherfuckers. I did it all by myself, so it's like if someone comes down from heavens and stashes me something, fuck you, dude. I'm gonna show a middle finger. Of course I'll take the gold, but like I'm not gonna respect it. Just like, yeah, and tell your friends to come over too, so I can fuck them in the ass. And I'm like, finally living a normal life basically, with a bag of cash. Yeah, I'm not gonna be respectful. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be like, finally, someone showed up. Someone fucking knows. And slowly, I'll build a statue of gold for them. I'm gonna be like, showing middle finger to everyone. It's like, someone did it before you guys did. Of course, I'm gonna change my mind from sarcastic, fuck you moment into fuck you for everyone. Everyone gets a fuck you now. I established the fuck you. In a way. Leveling up. But it all starts with you, okay? I disrespect you even when you're helping me. This is why nobody wants Nobody wants to acknowledge that I'm in trouble. It's like, dude, disrespect hurts my heart and it's just gonna disappear. It's already withering anyways. Yeah, I get it. I get it. My fists get it, and it's getting pretty itchy too. The disrespect. Anyways, so let me just do the fights. Think a little bit in the background and I'll come back. Cool. Here's what's coming through to me. All of these are quite fascinating. And you could potentially just make me pretend. It might be a successful pretend that I'm born this way, so of course I start here. And pretend that I need to learn everything. So move clockwise. The easiest way. Using the personality that I already have. Personality that I can conjure and the personality that I may never have. Here you go. Here's my clockwise movement. More importantly, it's like the women's world. Like I have actually told you guys before, I split men into women, and I'm like, this is my world, and these are territories that kind of float around, and I have easy access to, and then the women's world is not so easy access. This is the money world, and this is the popularity world. This is the fucking internet, boys. The G world, the 5G world. How about that? Who would have thought, right? It would be so easy. At this point, like, when things are getting more easier, potentially things are getting harder at the same time. Potentially, there is information I can't disclose. I don't know, man. But of course, it doesn't matter to me. If people don't watch my videos, that's fine. I'll just keep making them. Because that's exactly when I make videos, when nobody's watching. Why am I doing such a weird move? That's worth asking a question, honestly. It's almost like I feel the shadow. You know, the presence of the shadow. The shadow mind. I only belong to the place where I'm most needed, and I just leave. And whenever I leave, I'm gonna literally have just a new identity, new everything. Doesn't even fucking matter anymore. That's a little bit of a rough edge to even claim that fucking shit. Like, you would have thought, like, sure, I would be compelled to just make better Minecraft, and all of a sudden, like, I have what I want. But I also have to understand that there is the shadow market of reality itself. The internet is connected to reality itself. It's like, you can find whatever you're looking for on the internet. You just have to know. Alright? Almost whatever you want. Just know the key. Basically. But it's not even that. Most of the time, yeah, you will get whatever you want, but you'll get disappointed. So you also have to unlock your own mind to be able to store the information that you're gonna eventually find. You have to be prepared that information is always there to be thought about. And this is a very, very complicated situation, obviously. It's like, well, what are these walls then about? The walls are about success. You can still circle around regardless one way or the other. You can still find a routine that works, that depersonalizes you. And in a way, just me being the way that I am is creepy, quote unquote. But it's also very annoying to me to be named a certain way. It's like, well, your journey is over. You know, I can't just give all the credit to everyone else and just turn myself in, right? Like, that's fucking crazy. And Among Us is just a creepy little game that changes our perspective yet again on the way we want to play reality. You know, we play reality any way we want, any way we sign up for it. And Among Us just sounds like a fucking stupid game in the end. Because one thing that I found is, like, I saw Captain play it. Captain Sparkles, obviously. I can see Sparkles. And it was really sad, you know, to watch. Like, oh, I just turned myself in really quickly, accidentally. Everyone just turned themselves in the game. And he called it speedrunning. It's so super sad. But this is literally how I would play. It's just, I feel really bad when I'm role-playing as a bad person, which is kind of annoying. I understand the name of the game is, like, to improve your skills, that help you suspect people better if they're doing something wrong, and the other way around, to hide yourself if you don't feel like you're doing something wrong at all. But it's almost like, for me, it doesn't work. I mean, I went the long way out. I know what's wrong and right. I don't need to fucking, you know, question my feelings. If I can bend either way in my life, if I have to suspect someone or not suspect, I put them on a plate. If I suspect someone, I immediately just fucking dissect them. Their personalities. What's the point? What's the point of playing the game? But it's still, you know, like, why did I even fucking mention it? It's still influential, right? So I still gonna sit down and let other people play it for me, because I might not have anything. I have already used all my keys or something, you know, of what I wanted to find on the internet. It's fucking weird. It is just one of those stupid feelings like, oh shit, I actually experienced everything because everyone who becomes popular, rich, surrounded with women, or the opposite gender basically, well, they have their own endgames, and there's no fucking reason for me to break these walls, despite me telling you guys that I'm making some kind of move here, I'm making moves here. Wow, so fucking cool, right? At the same time, I also said to myself, I'm not gonna give up, and it's really hard to give up, and it's almost like, fuck, I also don't want to be trapped here. But I just said an end game, meaning that you can actually win this. Checkmark yourself. Does that mean you start a new game all of a sudden? What the fuck does that mean? That's a scary move as well. And it shouldn't be scary. Nothing should be scary. It should be fucking natural and easy to accept. Otherwise, you're probably making a mistake. Only the end game is fucking trapping me. Assholes. Defeating me. Making me realize that, oh, I'm a fucking loser. Well, let's put it on the plate then. If I'm suspecting myself to have made some big moves, basically. After all, this is an endgame of the entire year. I didn't even check these guys. I don't even know how to fucking make battles, to be honest. Potentially, I could do a battle of like who's the most relevant at a particular day. Two most relevant people just battle each other out. Whatever. That would be a lot more dynamic and easy to do than just, you know, you just do an extra dig on the people who already impressed you. It's like, it is kind of interesting, the ski thing. Also, how about that, right? Like, you complete a certain chapter in your game, and you sort of unlock new territory. So how about, like, your biggest fear is gonna be just a very tiny territory that you have to conquer. And then you can conquer more territory here and here. It's like you have to do all these things. For me, it feels like super automated now, too. It's just so annoying, honestly. But it's still, I know this is the worst thing ever. It's like taking the ultimate red pill ever. Doing things that I would have never done before, but I have to consent to this anyways. Especially if they're not happening in my life. And even if they're not happening in my life, I have to force things to happen, which is fucking my headache. And it's like, no, but of course you don't do it when you're in pain, right? Because you're vulnerable. What is this stupid X? And it's like, you will never know. Shut the fuck up, man. This is what sucks me into the darkness of life itself. Like, how can I not figure it out? How can I allow myself to fucking stab myself in the back? It almost comes down to experience, and I still should be able to observe the expansion of this area, if this area exists the way that I think it does, where it forces you for you to do things, for you to take the risk anyways, and be able to run away from that risk, just so you learn what to do when the risk actually, flashes negative. Just, you finish one game and the other one fucking starts all over. It's crazy. Obviously, at some point, you're technically playing another game, which is like you balancing your personality. Which is fucking terrifying. Even that's fucking stupid, because, like, well, what happened to the clockwise move that I just talked about? Isn't this supposed to be fucking natural again? Or did I do this accidentally to hurt myself? Another thing I realized, that these two fucking worlds may exist, but when I hate something, like, people actually do that. They just avoid it. Who cares? Like, nobody cares. So, it's potentially not my game to play, right? It's potentially the expansion of, or the acceptance of the entire world adopting me as, like, successful player. That could be the case. That's a better case, because these opportunities right here, the X opportunities that scare the shit out of me, they're not my responsibility then. They're someone else's responsibility. to give it to me in a way that I fucking accepted. You know, everyone has values, so why should they stretch themselves thin and destroy themselves? That makes no sense. So, going through the circle looks a little easier. Understanding, like, yeah, once you've done your job, you get to explore, I guess, the surrounding. But it's like, what job? Well, the job is you find the keys. That's the job. And then you go through the circle to start unlocking things in the very, very end, I suppose. And that's the finished day, basically, cycle. Like, you can imagine that every single time I complete this stupid game, right, this stupid video, every rant video is me playing the game. And now I'm realizing, like, okay, this is next stage because I fell in love with the map making. You know, this fucking happens all of a sudden. I need a new tool, I grab it and I'm like, oh, actually fucking works better than expected. So, but it has nothing to do with anything, pretty much. It just very much allows me to love the world a little better without me even feeling anything that I made any fucking choice in my life. That's insane to me. Because if you do make a choice, if you're like, oh, I'm gonna be an animator, that's a very crippling choice. I don't like that at all. This is one of those X's, you know, that's gonna be presented in my life. When I'm stretched out, it's like, do you want to do this? But if I move a single inch out of my comfort zone, you know, I'm more vulnerable than ever before. There's never a need to go out of your comfort zone. It's a stupid idea. Because your comfort zone is always under control, under pressure. So you're walking around and checking the pressures, already feeling the stress as it is. There's no need to go outside and truly feel the stress when everything falls apart. Because if you go outside of your comfort zone, you look back into yourself, everything that you are is your comfort zone, and it's like, it starts crumbling down all of a sudden without you. When you're imagining that someone else invaded your comfort zone or whatever, you feel insecure and you are not fast enough to check immediately what's going on. It's yet another Among Us reference, it feels like. You create this comfort zone and you have to clean it up all the time. It's never enough. It is just never enough, man. And you can imagine how many fucking songs I can just write. They're super fucking deep. Just like that, you know. Just I find the concept, I play the game, I get the keys, I write the songs, bam. That's it. It's gonna be my job pretty much. And again, you pretty much take the most powerful parts, you look around. So the keys are not over yet, because you also need the reward system to be in place. To be able to reward yourself if you don't get rewarded by other people. But still you circulate and open up. The dream, I guess, because I end up in a dream. And again, this probably just applies to me, so it's fucking boring to 3/4 of the people. That shouldn't be boring anyways. It's like you put it in your mind, like, okay, I deconstruct this system, apply it to myself, and you figure out. I'm hungry, right? I'm constantly hungry for knowledge. That's my situation. You could be like control, but knowledge also is control, because like if you say the right thing in the right way where it doesn't bother me and it unlocks the other person, because you know you can say nice things, but nice things is not about the other person, but you being starstruck. Okay, don't get yourself starstruck on purpose, basically. Beat yourself with a baseball bat and pretend that you have to be nice to a person. That's game over, basically. At least to me. With knowledge, you have to find that exceptionally well-hidden key. And if you can't find it, that the other person is just broke and sick and stupid and incapable, crippled. They start stacking up, basically, books upon books of knowledge that they have to read to try and keep up with you. And you just say goodbye. You just pop their bubble of influence and go your way. It's that fucking simple. This is why it's so fucking frustrating, but me being told, like, oh, live somewhere else. Maybe it's normal to some people. But it's so fucking stupid for me. Because again, I'm not trying to be nice. First of all. Okay. So the keys, right? I need that final metaphor of what the fuck am I doing here. With these things. And this is the finale anyways. I guess I like want something. Obviously I could like... No, so I collect keys. I open up the things I want. Right, and it's not particularly a dream. It could be everything, all the preparation for the tomorrow, I guess. The filling up tomorrow meter. Every day fucking matters. You have to prepare yourself for tomorrow every single time. When it comes to knowledge. Because your sanity really fucking matters. This is why, like, I really care if I have to, like, go to work tomorrow. I really care. To get in time. Everything in time. I don't like when people fucking don't answer. When they expecting me, or they should be expecting me. If they're too slow to react. Obviously, in workplaces, that doesn't happen. But, I mean, even with this RuneScape thing, I'm like, I was frustrated that I have to be an alarm clock for someone. I finish my shift and then I have to call them. Just calling someone like, what the fuck is this extra functionality that I have to make? So stupid. Just out of respect. Yeah, free respect for everyone. See, that's what I hate. So I have to prepare myself every day. And most importantly, prepare myself what I'm gonna be doing next day, because like every single time is just extremely challenging. People want to take advantage of you so badly. So badly, because you're so fucking smart. But they can't talk to you. Because they know they're gonna fucking fail that. But they want to take advantage of you in every other way. Right? In the ways that they don't know you. Nobody knows me, but they want to take advantage of me. It's so fucking twisted. This shadowy thing. Because the idea is, like, everyone tries to run away from smart people because they feel guilty all the time. So they figure out how to just leave their shadow on me. leave questions unanswered, leave me fooled. But it's all about the shadow, basically. The throw of like, oh, I'm gonna leave this behind and not actually care about it anymore. And when I approach them, they just evaporate because they never cared about what they throw into the public. But at the same time, I get a lot of keys from that, and I can unlock more and more stuff. And now I'm kind of realizing, like, okay, was I really unlocking all this shit and got nothing, technically? Or maybe I was blocked by a lot of shit. You know, your parents potentially can be huge blockers. Your friends can be huge blockers. But particularly my parents is what I'm focusing on. Because, like, there's a specific way to interact with them. Their blockage just kind of moves aside slowly. I'm very frustrated as a person. When I have to do this. Because, you know, I have to do this. I have to push extra effort after a bunch of stress has been pushed out of the way. So not only I have to push my mom away, I just have to have enough willingness to go forward afterwards and keep pushing my mom away. That's never gonna happen. The best thing I can do is just poke and send a message that, hey, I am a real human being. Thank you for watching. So I keep poking people. But yeah, my parents quite a big nuisance in that sense. They're just not friendly enough to be useful, so they're automatically hostile by allowing me to just sit here like this. Of course, everyone allows me to do that, and it just bothers me. Thus, everything bothers me. So fucking painful. So yeah, I guess at some point I'm gonna be discussing how this process works. How do I get keys? Obviously now you look at this, it's like I get keys for unlocking any kind of question, honestly, that I have. Any kind of subject that I need to talk about. I don't think this is important though. Yeah, respect is important. You have to come with respect, spend it while you in another person's place. You know, that's you probably left your comfort zone by that time for a specific ultimate journey, basically. Have your comfort zone you left. That's a big deal. So you have to have some kind of resource, basically. Respect for the outside world that you're not familiar with. That's a good fucking thing to have, right? So, where's that? Come with respect. Or did I just have to feel like I lost my home or something? It's just so fucking pathetic. But, and if someone doesn't have a comfort zone, they're pretty dangerous people. That's the fun of the game. It's like, you have to have a home. It's quite important. I don't give a fuck what the government says, what police says, what capitalism says. Fuck it, dude. You need a home. You need a comfort zone. That fucking doesn't suck. But the journey has just begun. Because, like, yeah. Now I need to understand the physical value of the key. Every single key. And how to fucking make sure that I don't lose this game. How do I truly play this? We should also consider making some kind of statement about stress. Final statement. It's the first thing that I face when I go outside of my comfort zone, technically, right? The stress of some kind. Sometimes the stress of like, oh, I am bored actually. But sometimes it's just some people bothering me. Obviously, it's either way. Which is kind of fucking weird. I guess it's three things. I can hate myself, or I can hate a lot of other people who are bullshitting on me. Obviously, the best thing to do is like myself, and alongside with the people that I like as well. Just be in unity. Find that perfect balance. This is why I hate it to start a video when I'm stressed out. It's not good. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a complete failure, because at any point I can just come back. I have plenty of time to do that. But then there's fatigue mode, and it's trying to split me again, I guess. Unbalance me again. It's almost like I'm playing this stupid game where in the end I have to throw a dart all the way around and just hit the right spot. And there's no way I can hit it perfectly. But it's better every time. It's more effective every time. So is there a final statement about stress, or is it just so fucking generic now all of a sudden? Because in the end it's like, oh, I don't care about anything. This is a little bit too generic, and it doesn't even provide any kind of value. It's just... But again, that was the final statement, I think. The comfort zone, and then the stress zone, the fatigue zone. Are these different distances too? The dream zone. Potentially, yes. It's kind of interesting, at least from my perspective. But this perspective should work for a lot of people. Again, I have my comfort zone. I get into the stress zone, so the stress zone is right after. If I have to peek out the stress zone, that's what it is. If I have to think about some kind of problem that's not something that I usually do, that's the stress zone. The fatigue zone is if the problem actually can be solved, and I have to consult someone, I have to do even more stressful things that I've never done before, just to solve another problem. Basically, it's a stack of problems now that fatigue me, that I can't just solve one day, so I delay it to the other day. Something that forces me to procrastinate. I can't just stress about it immediately. I actually rather procrastinate. And then there's the dream zone, where the problems are so out of control, I can only dream about fucking solving them, actually, in sleep. And hopefully it gives me enough self-esteem to where like I just burst through and I take what I need and just bring it back as like a super hero journey, basically. Now that I'll take, and I'll mark it, obviously. Then comfort zone, stress, fatigue, and journey of a hero into dreamland. How far can you get, basically? how many keys can I generate to, you know, the keys are like little resources, little solutions, little preparations, I suppose. So if I find a chest, I can open it and just continue on. But it's now just an additional resource. It's not necessarily something I prepared to do, prepared to find. Because anything can be in the chest. And what's the point, right? So I had to be prepared to open a chest and use whatever is inside instead of just pretend that the chest is going to give me the solution. It's not. It's just something I have to be prepared for. So that's cool. I can end this here. Thank you guys for watching. Yep.